You will own nothing and you will be happy. Well, the World Economic Forum's Great Reset plan is going to be quite difficult to make a video on. It's mainly difficult because of how vaguely defined the plan is, and the videos the World Economic Forum release on the subject simply leave you with more questions than answers. Let's take a step back for a second. The World Economic Forum, the WEF, is an international non-governmental organisation that meets annually in Davos, Switzerland. What actually occurs at these Davos meetings is cloaked in a sort of mystery, but it is said to involve some of the richest and most powerful people in the world getting together and discussing the global issues of the time. Naturally, the most recent 2021 Davos summit focused on the COVID-19 pandemic and how to reset the world economy following it. The World Economic Forum claims the Great Reset plan is a plan to shift the world economy away from the model of shareholder capitalism that we currently live under, whereby a corporation's sole purpose is to maximize profits for the sake of its shareholders, to a new model of stakeholder capitalism where other factors are taken into consideration, particularly the environmental impact of those corporations, but also the well-being of society in general. However, how this would actually work has not been fully explained. One of the only clear proposals is to make all future economic stimulus needed to reset the world economy following the COVID-19 pandemic conditional on those corporations that are receiving stimulus reducing their environmental impact. It is this plan that has led to the most accusations of conspiracy, that the pandemic is a hoax to implement this agenda. Whilst the Great Reset is clearly not a conspiracy, it's being openly spoken about, clearly neither is the COVID-19 pandemic. Winston Churchill's now famous quote comes to mind, "Never let a good crisis go to waste." As I said earlier, the videos the WEF have produced on the Great Reset are incredibly vague. But it is not only that. It is like they produced them to be deliberately as eerie and dystopian seeming as possible. Particularly the now infamous glazed-eyed grin of a man with the words, "You will own nothing and you will be happy" written over it. You will be happy. Like it's a command. You will be. Or the most recent video as of making this video, where they speak about how billionaires and elites have profiteered off the pandemic. The same billionaires and elites that attend Davos every year. Watching these videos, you could easily imagine future dissidents being forced to watch these propaganda reels endlessly to re-educate them. Another key fact about the Great Reset is this: not one economist supports it. I mean, that is aside from Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive chairman of the WEF, one of the architects of this Great Reset plan. So, I mean, you kind of expect him to support it. It does have other support though. It has support from celebrities and royals, from models and graphic designers, from tech industry executives and so on. Not one single economist. I think this is quite clear to you, clear to anyone watching. This is because this goes well beyond a simple economic plan. Well beyond. I mean, it actually almost seems to be posing itself as an anti-economist plan. Ultimately, the Great Reset seems to be a utopian vision of a post-capitalist, environmentally friendly society where we are all so much happier and well-being is put before profits. The fact that this utopian post-capitalist vision is being promoted top-down by some of the richest and most powerful people in the world is an irony that needs to be noted, and the motives of these people need to be questioned. It does not make one a conspiracy theorist for doing so. It does also not make one a conspiracy theorist for asking questions such as these. If we own nothing and rent everything that we use, who owns what we rent? Who gets to decide who rents what and when? Will we end up with some kind of Chinese Communist Party style social credit store being implemented in other parts of the world. I shall conclude with a warning. While utopian visions always sound wonderful, often in the past they have led to disaster. You only have to glance at 20th century world history to see that. The perfect is often the enemy of the good. Thank you very much for watching.